Alright YouTube, so today we actually have a legitimate leak for Fallout 76. Not some rumor, not some speculation, not some guy who knows somebody that works at Bethesda. We have a glimpse, a very small one, at the world of Fallout 76, what it looks like in-game. As I'm sure many of you are aware, NoClip did a documentary on the history of Bethesda just a couple days ago, and they have another one coming out on the 12th, 2 days after Bethesda's E3 showcase, on Fallout 76 specifically. Now, during the course of this documentary, we get to this scene which has a blurred screen in the back, which would either mean, of course, Fallout 76, or one of the other games Bethesda might be working on that maybe they haven't announced yet. Now, when I first watched the documentary, I was thinking, man, this is something I kind of want to talk about. I don't know if it's video worthy, but I kind of wanted to mention it in a video. Like, what the hell is this? Is this Fallout 76? Well, it turns out there is an unblurred version. On NoClip's Patreon version of this documentary, they forgot to blur that scene, I guess. I don't know exactly what happened, and of course that has since been taken down and re-uploaded where it's blurred, but the internet sees all and everything is forever. So right here we have the unblurred version. You can tell right in the middle behind the text is the player character, the person we're playing as. You can see the blue vault suit. They're standing on pavement, a road maybe, and if you look off behind them, kind of in the background, you see greenery. We don't have a whole lot of green in the Fallout series. A lot of plants have died, but it looks like with whatever the setting is going to be, potentially West Virginia, that we might actually have plant life. I don't know how it would be to play a Fallout game with like grass everywhere, like fully grown trees and regular plants, because this is supposed to be a world that's like affected and destroyed by the Great War, but maybe this location, whatever it's going to be for Fallout 76, maybe it's a place that was practically untouched by the Great War. I think if that's the case, it is a kind of cool concept. It's something new and something original for the series. We've had locations in the past with plants and trees and stuff like Oasis from Fallout 3 and again Jacobstown from New Vegas, but I don't know how it'd be to run around like an entire Fallout game, Fallout map where there's just trees and grass and things everywhere. I kind of like the aesthetic, if you will, of like the world being destroyed. Now, in both versions of this documentary, this far right screen was not blurred at all during this scene, which I find kind of crazy because it's clearly got to be something from Fallout 76. And I think the most obvious thing is that this looks like it's the inside of a vault, probably Vault 76, the one we probably start the game in. Look, both of these images don't really show us that damn much. The one on the right especially, I mean, that's just the inside of a vault. It could be the inside of any building in Fallout 76, or it could be an entirely different game together. I think the most obvious thing is that it is Fallout 76, simply because that guy was working on Fallout 76 at the time. The other one that was initially blurred, I think, it tells us a lot, it doesn't show us a lot, because the green in the background is major, dude. I mean, even if it's just one location in the game, we know that there's something somewhere in this world of Fallout 76 that's pretty much untouched by the Great War. There's grass growing, there's trees in the background, and maybe that's the entire world. And you can make an argument for the other Fallout games that there should be plant life potentially because it's like 100 to 200 something years into the future, so like trees and grass could grow back. This, on the other hand, this game's taking place 20 to 25 years after the Great War happened, and that wouldn't be enough time if this place was affected by the Great War for all these plants to grow back. So I think it's a pretty safe assumption that a good portion of this map, this location, is untouched by the Great War. Something we discussed in my video talking about everything we actually do know about Fallout 76 is that most of West Virginia, which is the most likely setting for this game, which isn't even groundbreaking information anyways, is that most of West Virginia is covered in trees, and that kind of alludes to that image we've seen that was blurred in the background with the grass in the background and trees in the background. Maybe that kind of hints a little more towards that West Virginia setting. Also in the documentary, this Bethesda artist is wearing a Mothman t-shirt, which the myth of the Mothman originated in West Virginia. 100% that is intentional. There's no way it's not. So I think it's pretty safe to assume between the trailer, the teaser trailer, with the song and this t-shirt and the green in the background, West Virginia's got to be the setting. Whew, I'm trying to get out as many videos as I possibly can for you guys before June 10th, before this Sunday, Bethesda's E3 showcase. It's kind of fun to speculate. I'm trying to get as many videos as I can out about this game before we get the actual reveal. I thought this was a pretty cool bit of information for you guys that you might not have seen yet. To the best of my knowledge, it's our first actual leak for this game, other than people announcing the game before it actually got announced. You know, the old posts from 2017 and things earlier this year about a Fallout 76. To the best of my knowledge, this is our first actual leak, because it's actually Fallout 76 in the background that's blurred, and even if it wasn't showing us too much, it was blurred initially for a reason. So as usual, YouTube, let me know your thoughts below. What are your thoughts on a Fallout game, a Fallout location that's potentially unaffected by the Great War? I don't have a problem with it necessarily. It'd be kind of weird to walk around with a very green Fallout game. But my problem with that is that if it's unaffected by the Great War, that means there wouldn't be a lot of destroyed locations and buildings, presumably, which wouldn't really feel like a post-apocalyptic game to me, which is what I love about the Fallout games. I love that post-apocalyptic setting. I love walking around destroyed buildings and things. But anyways, my dudes, hopefully you went on to enjoy the video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, turn on my notifications, follow me on Twitter at @TheDashingDavid. Links to my social networks are in the description and in the outro. Later, guys.
Give me a smile, give me forever for a while, give me forever for a while, quit acting like a baby, or at least less like